We want to sincerely apologize for coming behind schedule. Is it Zonal News reaching you on Radio Nigeria, Treasure 98.5 FM Port Harcourt. Welcome to the news. The headlines: Governor Godwin Obaseki calls for total change in governance structure of NDDC. Traders in Yenagoa complain of low patronage. U.S. President demands immediate impeachment trial in Senate. Today's commentary is on the fight against corruption. Details in a moment. As the festive season approaches, let us spend wisely. My name is Rachel Onah with the news. Now the news in full. Governor Godwin Obaseki says unless there is a total change in governance structure of the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC, there will be no development of the region. He made the assertion while receiving NDDC Acting Managing Director Dr. Joy Nune, who led a delegation and inspection tour of projects in the state. Henry Bonuwewari tells us more. Writer will bring you that report in our subsequent bulletins. To other matters now. The Nigerian Atomic Energy Commission NAEC has begun creating awareness and enlightenment campaign on nuclear energy power projects in Oku Iboko community in Itu, LGA of Akwa Ibom State. The awareness campaign, which began in Uyo, gathered traditional rulers, community leaders, women, youth, professionals, political class with Itu Local Government Council Chairman Mr. Etetim Onok discussing on the benefit of nuclear energy. In his remarks, the project manager, Nigeria Nuclear Power Professor Matthew Agu, said there were numerous benefits of nuclear power plants in a locality. Professor Agu said that nuclear energy was friendly, safe and cheaper than thermal and solar, stressing that nuclear energy was quite environmental friendly. According to him, nuclear power energy industry plays an important role in the social economic growth of the country. He explained that this ranges from job creation, provision of basic amenities to generation of substantial domestic economic value in electricity sales and revenue. The professor said that operation of nuclear plant requires 800 to 1,200 direct permanent jobs per reactor. He explained that the challenge confronting the establishment of nuclear plant, in spite of the numerous benefits, was people acceptance. In a paper presented by Professor Okon Ansa on behalf of Itu Concerned Patriots, said that the concern of the people was problems of safe storage of waste materials. Professor Ansa said that in case of any accident within a nuclear plant, the country has no ability to manage the emergency crisis that may emanate from the nuclear plant. He added that the establishment of nuclear plants would pose threat to national security because the nuclear plant materials could enter wrong hands. He said that the establishment of nuclear plants in the community would hinder the livelihood of the people, which is fishing and farming. However, the executive chairman of its local government council, Mr. Tetim Onok, expressed deep concerns and fears over the proposed siting of a nuclear energy power project in Oku Iboko community by the Nigeria Atomic Energy Commission. Radio Nigeria has been commended for its professionalism in the media industry in Nigeria. Wife of River State Governor Justice Eberechi Suzette Wike stated this during the end-of-year party organized for staff of Radio Nigeria South Zone. Correspondent Victory Isone reports that the gathering brought together clients and friends of the corporation in Port Harcourt. For that mix-up, we hope to bring you that insert in our subsequent bulletin. Christmas traders in some major markets in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, are complaining of low patronage. Some of them who spoke to Radio Nigeria say it could be as a result of the harsh economic situation in the country. Our correspondent Ben Okofo, who visited some major markets in the capital city, including the Swali and Opolo markets, also reports that the prices of some foodstuffs and other communities have increased due to the Yuletide. Okay, we'll bring you that report subsequently. You're listening to Radio Nigeria, South Zone is a 3. Here are stories in the bulletin so far. Governor Godwin Obaseki calls for total change in governance structure of NDDC. Traders in Yenagua complain of low patronage. Still ahead, U.S. President demands immediate impeachment trial in Senate. Plus business, entertainment, sports, commentary, and weather. Do stay tuned. Glad to have you back. The news continues with business news. Business news right now. To foreign news, U.S. President Donald Trump has demanded an immediate impeachment trial in the Senate amidst an impasse among Democrats and Republicans over when it may start. For more on foreign news, let's join Esther Ajom. Many sustained injuries after VIP stage falls at Native Land concert in Lagos as Nigerian musician Zlatan buys Range Rover SUV worth 33 million naira. Zina will get his more on entertainment. Today's commentary is on the fight against corruption under the present administration, as written by Emmanuel Bello of Radio Nigeria Bronze FM Benin and read from our studio. 3 on the fight against corruption under the present administration was written by Emmanuel Bello of Radio Nigeria Bronze FM Benin and read by Oke Onwolu. Now to end Radio Nigeria, South Zone is a 3, a recap of the major items. The Governor Godwin Obaseki calls for total change in governance structure of NDDC. Traders in Yenagua complain of low patronage. U.S. President demands immediate impeachment trial in Senate. As the festive period approaches, let us spend wisely. For comments, suggestions, and eyewitness reports, email us at newsfrcnSSZ@gmail.com, or you can call us on 0810 109 2407. On behalf of the news editor, Lazar Lotson, and the production team, my name is Rachel Onah. Thank you very much for listening. Good afternoon.